30 or 40 years ago, sunscreen was sunscreen. It was one of those things that was part of your crayon box. Bruce operated one of the country's largest resort, pool, and beach concessions for over 20 years. This entailed managing the pool decks, where they gave out towels, sold other popular chemically formulated sunscreens, suntan lotion, goggles, and everything you may see at the pool decks. They also had the beach umbrellas and chairs, the catamarans, water sport paddle boards, and everything else like that. He had locations in the Florida Panhandle and southeastern USA, as well as operations in the U.S. Virgin Islands, Cancun, Mexico, and Hawaii. It was there, at these locations, where he started to scratch his head after listening to what the local water community and excursion operators were telling him.
Well, at that same locations were other boating excursion people who lived on the water. They see what was going on, over time. So after a period of time going these, taking guys out, all of a sudden, main guy with a water excursion in St. Thomas comes up to me and says, "Bruce, we really like you guys being here, y'all are great, but your sunscreen's killing us, man." Like I said, the only thing that was a big difference in sunscreen or sun care products was the smell. They all the same. Go to Cancun, manager of Aqua World comes up to me and he, "Bruce, y'all are great, love having you. Sunscreen killing us. Go to Hawaii." Because these guys, think about Hawaii. If you aren't taking excursions out almost 3 times a day, looking at the dolphins, looking at the reef systems, doing everything in the water, you ain't gonna have an income. So they were pretty profound. They said, "Bruce, you gotta get rid of this sunscreen. We love having you guys here, but..." So, as I'm sitting on my deck in St. Thomas one time, end of the day, I just sort of glanced over, and what caught my eye was a big hibiscus plant about this big around, purple, pink. Look, there's a sunflower, it's orange and yellow. And so I go to myself, I said, "Who the hell's putting sunscreen on that?" And I knew a microbiologist in Orlando for years. I sat down with her, I said, "See, we make a sunscreen that is natural and can cohabit with nature." She says, "I think so." She said, "Well, we'd have to start with the only known mineral that naturally reflects all the UV rays is zinc to rock. It's a natural mineral, but it's a rock. So they have to take this rock, chop it. But even when it's a fine dust, it's a very thick type of iron." So I had told her about my thoughts with the tropical plants. I said, "How do they do it?" They said, "Do they have sunscreen capabilities?" And yes, they have photoreceptors. They block the UV rays. And she says, they keep that color because they put their own moisture back into their own plant. They reproduce it. So that started the concept of, okay, let's take the zinc and let's surround it with these natural plant extracts that are part of the ground, part of nature. Lo and behold, we did it. Simple, right?